Hi, I'm Becky Graham. I am presenting Be Stroke Smart. Imagine one afternoon you lay down for a nap, and as you're sleeping you find it difficult to roll over and you're having weird dreams, and eventually your husband comes up to wake you up to have you come down for dinner. As you go down for dinner and join in the conversation, your sons start laughing at you because they think you're trying to be funny. And you start to feel like you're in an alternate universe. At that point, you go upstairs to make a phone call. This happened to me. I got up and went and called my sister, who's a nurse, and as I began talking to her, she asked me to put my husband on the phone and instructed him to get me to the nearest emergency room, as she felt like I was having a stroke. I got there and I got the proper treatment that I needed. From this experience, I realized the importance of knowing the symptoms of a stroke. The American Heart Association has an acronym that they call FAST, F-A-S-T, and you want to act fast. F is for facial drooping or asymmetry in the face. If you ask the person that is having trouble to smile and it's an asymmetrical smile, or they stick their tongue out and it is asymmetrical in how it can go from side to side, they may be having a stroke. A is for arm or limb weakness. If they're stumbling and losing their balance, or if you ask them to raise their arms and they can only raise one of them, that means they're probably having a stroke. S is for speech difficulty. This can show up in several different ways. It can be you're speaking normally, but it's slurred and hard to understand. Or it could be that you're using real words, but in a nonsense way, and so it's not making sense. Or it could be words that really aren't words, but it can actually sound like a foreign language. Any of those ways can indicate that a stroke may be taking place. T is for time. Time to call 911. Time to act and get that person help. Time equals life. There is something that they call, I thought I took that out. There's something that they call...
Went back to the other one, dear.
There's something that they call the golden hour. That is the amount of time you have to get a person who's having these symptoms to the doctor, and they can administer the clot-busting medication that saves their life and can even help reduce the amount of damage, permanent damage, that is done. It's important for you to know your own numbers, your weight, your cholesterol, your blood pressure. All of those can be indicators if you are at high risk for a stroke, as well as your loved ones. It's important to know your family history. Did your parents have a stroke? If so, at what age? It turned out I knew my dad had had a stroke, and his was at age 55, and that was the age I was having mine. Then it's important as well to know if your parents have cardiovascular issues. That also puts you at an increased risk for stroke, as well as genetics. Native American, which we are, and being black and Hispanic, those are all higher risk categories. And as you learn and can teach others, it saves lives. Spreading the word will save lives. In conclusion, be stroke smart by remembering the FAST, F-A-S-T, facial drooping, arm and limb weakness, speech difficulty, and time to call 911. To get them in for before the golden hour is over. Important to know your own numbers and your family history, and important to educate and help save others by spreading the word. If there's any questions or comments, I'll be happy to take those. Thank you for listening.